Such a sweet tale. One that would go down in the ages. The world on the brink of disaster, spacequakes killing untold numbers of people. And the one way to stop it is a young boy and a dream of dates. Still, the rather odd circumstance of the sister and their little camaraderie of very helpful advisors aside, there are certain aspects of this which I find quite entertaining. And considering the penultimate minute or so of the last episode, there was shouts about dates and the like, so I think I know what we'll be seeing in this one. Of course, whether or not it will actually stop the spacequakes, or what those spacequakes actually are, is another question. But also, considering that he's now named this spirit and invited her out on a date, whether it was under duress or not, how's the other one that he spilled his heart to earlier on in the episode? Not the teacher. We're forgetting about the teacher for everyone's well-being. But Origami, is she going to take it well when she sees him going on a date with someone else? We'll have to see. So, strap in, get a drink. Let's begin. This is going well. Within 5 minutes of their date, they've already been distracted heavily by a bakery. To be fair, that'd probably be me glued to the window. I do like pastry. Satiated for the sake of love. What? Ah, yes. The problem with all dates. The expenditure. If it comes to the very sanctity of the world itself, surely it shouldn't be him footing the bill, right? This organisation that's put him up to this should be picking up the tab. And I think throughout the first couple of episodes, I didn't actually mention it at all, but the actual music throughout all of this, very decent. Probably not the praise that it kind of deserves, but there were parts of it that weren't immediately catchy to me, unlike some other tunes that I've heard, but overall it is quite just a throughout decent track with the actual drum track being easily recognisable. Does she have full control over that ribbon? There's no glass that is now protecting it from her. She's going to dry up by the time she actually gets to eat it if she doesn't... I mean... Yes, that itself is a date. I mean, it is a small subset of what a date might be, actually. Just move on to the next vendor. Yeah. It is the... They're after her date. Food. Yeah, no one wants to go out for just a... Is she now learning how to dispose of trash properly? Jesus Christ. Let me guess. Yep. She wants the same... I mean, It depends on what you want from a date, really, but food and a head pat, part of the way there at least. It's impossible. Spacequakes and spirits are intertwined, are they not? What is that? And why? Can she not finish one thing before starting another? They're sluggish bullets. And where did she disappear to? Huh. Forced out of. So is this one where she came for the date, where she came herself, and yet when they're forced over, that's the spacequake. So it's not the spirits themselves that are at fault here. But she might be. Did she actually just finish the last two and then get up? Some other shows might just continuously show them eating and eating and eating. Actually took account of how many was left. Nice. Think about the potential risk to civilians. It's somewhat expensive. The poor boy's wallet. Ah. This can either go incredibly well for him, or oh dear. Damn it. He wasn't around to stop her from spending the money, so what, open you on it and help? Oh, what a angel he is. I can see what that looks a lot bigger on the inside than, but side job. She's already been seated. Let me guess. Everyone here is in on it. Oh, God. Can we get a different server, please? Okay, killing them with kindness and carbohydrates. Apparently, it is entirely through her stomach. She has already picked that carcass clean on that table. There's some more voices which sounded familiar. Are we getting Ava type stuff of the entire place just going into the ground and opening up? I mean, technically you can, but it's special. Red ones go faster. And the more anyone under actually knows that, what I was on about there, the better. Actually, even if it is all a setup, or you can eat free food, sod it. Don't care about the consequences. And the fact that the whole festival type deal is all a setup by these guys. What, is the confetti itself some chaff? It might actually be. I mean, if they continuously feed her until she's comatose, it might save the world. Well, he's being dragged around by her gluttony a little, but there's more than just the... If it was just the date, then it would be fine. It's everything that's hinging on it. What are the cuts and the flashes? Once again, kinda? I was gonna say, did she drop something? But no, that's the street lottery type thing that we usually see in certain Japanese things, which do not exist here, but I kind of wish they did. Did this... I'm curious about this establishment, but what exactly are they trying to do? Maybe next time she should actually look up definitions of what things are before. And even though the spirit itself has not caused any trouble, I just hid in the fountain thing. Not caused any trouble. No disturbances, no civilian targets, no... well, apart from a vast loss in food stocks in the area. Nope. Time for battle, apparently, with the AST. What a terrible day for rain. This is their base. This is probably one of the places I'd like to go. Fix the machine. This is the true test of his expenses. She doesn't want the cat. She wants the baguette. I have no words for that. Just... They have one chance. And with their powers combined, they still can't outmaneuver the claw machine. I'm surprised there's not a 5-minute dialogue explaining the physics of how a claw machine works. Foiled at the last hurdle. If it's on the edge like that, there's no walking away. I'd climb under the machines to find another 100 yen if that's what it took. Or, just shake a little. Oh no, it fell. Success. Although some arcade parks like that, if you talk to the people in charge, they'll just like, yeah, close enough. You have to be quite lucky. Did she need to be told that one's not edible? It's a very different story if she had went into that one. The time they spent together was the date. It's not that complicated. Well, did you have fun? Now, you should probably look into wind speed and range. Anyway, you should probably look into why there's no spacequakes occurring. Could he be the catalyst here? You're clear. Just after her view of humans is starting to shift. So calm, nice. And it's about to be ruined by the actions of a few zealous few. Oh. And she's actually cognizant of it. Even if this origami does have the clear to shoot, would she, with him so close to the target? Stay without going back. If this other world is where she goes is darkness and sleep. Is he going to get a new exchange student in class soon? Well, there's probably a few bits of paperwork and whatnot you need to go through, but there might be a way for her to live in this world. He'll just keep fighting until they do accept her. He'll be the one there. Okay. And how much of that conversation was directly from the heart? I'm going to say most of it, considering... Is he about to see that something's wrong and push her out the way? Yeah. He saw the glint. She was aimed down sight for too long. He's going to need to get another toy out of the claw machine now. The vicious black censorship there. Hopefully the earpiece doesn't give anything away, but maybe she wouldn't even know what it was. Is this the time for a vicious rampage? And now the world will pay. Well, it is. Through trying to stop any further destruction, they've out and out caused more. Does that sound familiar? Meddling organisations not really, taking action before they know what the hell's going on. I would question the first action she takes is go into battle mode and start attacking, but that is really all she knows at this point. The throne itself was a weapon. They're gonna have to do some maintenance there. The handrail was completely out of place. Well, if she wasn't already soulful enough for accidentally shooting him. I'm surprised they... I suppose they haven't been more upset or on guard. The fact that he's just been shot and is... But what about him right now? Yeah, it's like, isn't he your brother? Why do you... A hole to the gut? Oh, I see. The power of a main character, I suppose. The healing flames? Even if he dies, he can... Well, kind of like a save state, apart from there's no going back. He just got God mode on. Yeah, it's probably a good idea now to get over as quick as he can. Stop this onslaught. Well, maybe now there'll be a little thinking before she takes action. But even with the shield and everything protecting us, apparently it's not good enough. Well, there's actual regret. Why is he in the air? That's quite the jump. Was there a springboard hidden underneath him as well? They planned for that as well. Is there still the hole in his jacket and whatnot? Feedback. Up. Just got to get that invisible ship the hell out of the way. Oh. Okay. Before he actually said it, I was like, oh. It's probably best if you just show through demonstration rather than... Okay. And it seems as though all danger is averted thanks to the power of a kiss. Stop any argument. Now we know what to do, right? Even if it does have a sniper hole in it, maybe you should hand over the jacket. As long as he doesn't get shot again. Now is she going to expect that all dates end with her getting naked? Maybe I shouldn't have asked that. Apart from the fact that now every time that she's taken out somewhere, she might expect the same treatment. Hang on, why isn't there free food and a buffet and a festival and all those waiters all so nice? It's going to be a very expensive time ahead if his sister-in-law not cuts off the funding. But kind of much like a toddler or something, she's just come into this world and doesn't quite know anything. And the fact that she needed to be told what can and cannot be eaten. Fabric and a stuffed toy, yeah, not great sustenance. You know, but she's a spirit. Maybe things are different. But yeah, when she's forced over and called into this world, unbeknownst to her, that's when the space quakes occur. You can tell it's someone on this side causing it. Knew it. Actually got more yet to come. But yeah, somewhat dumb as all of that is, the fact that you have the overzealous nature of it. We need to protect the Earth at all costs. But then you don't actually stop to think about what the actions would actually lead to until it's too late. Much like maybe nowhere near, and it's pretty unfair standard to put it across against, but the Spec Ops: The Line, if you know what I mean with that one. What will you do to protect your nation? In this case, the world. But then when the truth of the matter comes across, you'll be able to live with yourself. Or in Origami's case, no. But good thing that our boy here is a little sturdy. Surviving a shot like that to the gut, it's fine, just a little healing flame. There is more than meets the eye to him, mainly because he's the one that is in charge of stopping the spirits, the surefire way to rein in that power. I do wonder, though, how much of the conversation was actually him and how much was fed to him through the earpiece, because it seems as though most of the time when it's going well, that's coming from him, considering it's heartfelt and actually his words. At least that's what we were shown in the first couple of episodes. Yeah, as far as dates go, if someone took me out for a nice meal and a festival and a claw machine prize, you can be damn sure that the day might be ending a little special. But the more that I'm seeing of it and knowing that Toka is just like a victim of circumstance, the fact that she has no control over when and where she manifests, it's just a case of when she chooses to come back, no space quake. But then it's kind of like, oh, where am I? Otherwise, big boom, oh no. Who's at the centre of all of that? But if there's a power out there which is vast and potentially could be tapped into and used for military purposes, you can be damn sure that every government is going to be trying it. I think the more time that this show tries to be actually somewhat sincere and focus on the kind of out there combat spirit AST bullshit, that I'm enjoying. Even the heavy cliche stuff. This episode was a nice deterrent from what I saw before. The over fan servicey bits. I've seen fan service before and I'm usually fine with it, but it just seems so inherently diverted from the rest of this show. Don't know why it just didn't click with me. But that aside, I am actually enjoying it, funny enough. If you would like to see more dating antics, let me know. What would your first choice of places be? Whether it be movies, aquarium, a quiet night in with a 42-gallon tub of butter. Don't question the last one. But there's plenty more of daily life to see. So, if you don't want to miss out what's coming up next, consider subscribing to the channel. But for now, give yourselves a bit of rest, so that I can see you in the next one. If you would like to help win the prize on the crane game that is my channel, consider joining onto my Patreon, because then we can enjoy some anime together, and maybe I'd be able to afford a few pastries along the way. And with that, I do need to thank Noku, Sao, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Shiwan, Tori Jane, and everyone else. For without them, these dates might just be a little underwhelming.